Hi everybody, welcome to another Talk to Georgian live chat. My name is Jenny Thompson. I'm the social media specialist here at Georgian College. And today we are going to talk all about what to know about returning to campus. So in just a minute, we're going to be chatting with Chris Varney. He's the manager of safety and emergency planning for campus safety services here at Georgian. So we know you've got lots of questions. You might be wondering, what safety protocols are going to be in place this fall? Are masks going to be mandatory? What's going to be open and closed? And even now, who's allowed to enter the campus right now? So please post your questions down below and we will do our best to get through as many as we can today. So hopefully as well, we're going to have Sid from our International Center joining us in the comments, just to help answer some of the questions we can't get to. So he's going to be using the IC Georgian account. So especially for international students, that's a really great account to follow. If you haven't already, they have lots of updates and information on there as well. They run live chats 3 times a week. So you can head over there to stay connected and ask your questions and get more info. So, great. So, I see some questions coming in already about food services and things like that. We're definitely going to go over those things. So stay tuned. And as well, a really great resource before we get started is that I always like to encourage people to check out is our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. It's a fantastic resource. It's got tons of information about what we're talking about today, plus all of our ongoing COVID-19 updates and information. So I'm going to give you a quick little tour of some of those things on our site and where to find them, just to help you out. Okay, great. So this is our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. So mostly I just want to direct people to this bright orange bar at the top. You can't miss it. There's a few really important links there. There's our August lab recovery page there as well, if you're wondering about fall 2020 and our COVID-19 updates page. So first, the August lab recovery page, if you click on that, it will take you here and show you exactly this, what to know about August lab recovery. So who's allowed on campus, what the safety protocols are, parking, what's open and closed, all that good stuff. There's also additional information down here. As well, information on our Safe at Georgian app, which we encourage all students to download. There is a COVID-19 assessment, screening assessment tool on there, and that will help you get quicker access to the campus when you arrive. As well, here's a video actually featuring our guest today, Chris, about more information on what you need to know about returning for August recovery. So, and then if you click on the fall 2020 program page, that will take you here. One thing, there's lots of information on here. One thing that I really want to highlight is our search tool. So if you just scroll down, you'll find our program search tool here. So if you're wondering, if your program is going to be online or on campus, if you just go to this search tab here and you type it in, it will actually show up down below and tell you remote or in-person component, and it will break it down really easily by, your semester, by your year, even by, the hour, to show you how much time you would be spending on campus. So definitely check that out. And then the final page was our COVID-19 updates page. So if you click on that, it will take you here, and we have ongoing information on here. So I really highly recommend that you guys check it out here. So at the top, there's key dates to put in your calendars. As well, there's more information here, that's broken down into semester, student services. If you're wondering about, things like library or whatever, there's tons of information in here about fees, finance, all kinds of stuff. As well, there's a separate page for international students, and that also has ongoing updates and information. So if you click on that, it will take you here, and then you can get even more additional information to check out there. Great. All right. So So yeah, so I know it's tons of information. If you do have any questions or if you want us to go over anything later, that's no problem. You can always send us a direct message as well, and we'd be happy to help you out or help direct you. Great, so we're going to bring in Chris Varney in just a minute. Of Safety and Emergency Planning for Campus Safety Services at Georgian College. Hi.
I can see myself now. It's my hair. Hi.
I know, it's always sort of like. Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
No problem.
Awesome. So first of all, this is our second sort of chat about what to know, but can you tell us for anyone who missed it last time, just a bit more about what you do at Georgian?
Sure. I'm the manager of safety and emergency planning at the college, and I'm part of Campus Safety Services. We're responsible for the safety of everyone at all of the different campuses who are on site. And basically, I would say what we do is, in a nutshell, identify hazards at the college and risk, and we try to remove those hazards and reduce risk. And obviously, COVID fits into that category as a major hazard. So we've been pretty busy the last few months trying to get everything in order.
Yeah, perfect. And so tell us what that's been like for your position too, like, dealing with a pandemic and all of the unknowns.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can only plan so much before something like this actually happens. It's definitely been a challenge. Normally when we're dealing with hazards or risk, we're dealing with things that we know a lot about. We have a wide body of information to kind of draw from. So if you think about things like noise or heat, we know how those things hurt people and we know how to fix them. With COVID, it's really just so brand new and the information is changing constantly. So really just having to keep up to date with what's going on in the community and in the world so that we make sure what we're doing here is the most up to date and the best thing for our students and for our employees. So I guess just dealing with something that's so new and ever changing is definitely a challenge.
Yeah, we're all taking it one day at a time and trying to plan our best. So tell us more. I mentioned it a little bit in the opening too about the Safe at Georgian app. So tell us more about what that is and why students should download it.
Sure. So the Safe at Georgian app is something we've had for a couple of years now, and we've always thought it was great. It gives emergency notifications, tells you when, campuses are closed, gives you security contacts, all kinds of great stuff. But what we've added just about a month ago is a screening tool. So it is a requirement as you enter the building now to answer some screening questions. And basically, the screening tool now makes it really easy and a really quick process. So if you click on the screening tool, it asks you the questions. You can just answer them from your phone, when you get here in the morning or just outside the doors even. And you answer the questions. And then when you pass the screening, it gives a nice green check mark. So you show that as you walk through the doors, and it just speeds the whole process right up. So definitely you want to have that so that we can all get to our classes and our labs on time and quickly in the fall.
Yeah, for sure. And I just want to answer, there's a question here from Rima who's just wondering about how to ask questions. So if you do have a question for today, just down to the bottom of your screen, there's a comment bar and you can just type it right into there and it will pop up. And then hopefully we'll be able to get to it. If you do have something more involved that you want to chat more about, please feel free to direct message at Georgian College on Instagram here. It will likely be me responding, and I'll help you out with whatever you need there. Great. So I want to address the positive case of COVID-19 that was confirmed at Barrie campus last week. And public health did confirm that we're taking all the right steps, all the right safety measures to stop any kind of transmission. So can you break down for us a little bit more about what safety measures we're taking and what students need to know about these?
Sure. Well, I look at it as kind of many layers of precautions that we have here at the college. So before you even come on campus, we do have training on our protocols for employees and for students so that and a great website so that people know what they need to do when they do come on site. Now, I mentioned the screening before. So once you do arrive, we have screening questions. So the idea is that anyone who might be sick or at high risk of having COVID shouldn't be entering the campus. Once you are through the screening, I think the biggest thing you'll notice here is all the measures that are put in place to make physical distancing easy and convenient. So you're going to see a lot of the stuff you see when you go out in public right now, your arrows to direct people. There's certain areas that are closed, where we have chairs so we don't have gatherings. Things are blocked off. Now, in the different labs as well, there's individual lab protocols. So also different things within the labs to assist with that physical distancing, which we know is so important. Some of the classes, they've even had the amount of people in the class reduced for some of those where it makes sense. And the one thing I forgot to mention, of course, which is huge, and sorry, everything just darkened on me for a second, and everyone's seen it, is the face coverings. So as soon as you enter the college, you are required to wear a face covering. And then as an additional measure, we also have face shields that are available to anyone if they want to wear one of those as well. And within some of the labs where the activities may require it, the face shields are mandatory. So we feel like we've really done everything that is required. And this is a plan that even before what happened last week was something that we worked with the public health on developing the plan and what we're doing. And now we're auditing that system even every day to make sure everything's happening the way we want it to be happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I want to point out as well, like, we're looking toward fall, but a lot of some of that, information on those safety protocols, if people and the face coverings, if people do want to see them, are on that August recovery page that I showed earlier. So, and maybe you can clarify as well, just because there are different kinds of masks that people have. So I understand that they can't have valves or anything on them, right?
That's right. So we follow the recommendations and requirements of obviously public health. And that was something that came out recently. So they do have something, and I think we've linked to it on our website as well for Health Canada about what types of face coverings are acceptable and appropriate. And recently Public Health came out with a warning against the masks with the valves because, of course, they're so easy to breathe through because they don't filter properly. So they can allow things that we don't want to get out and get in, they can allow those through. So that's something that when we're screening people at the door, we are not accepting the masks with valves, but we do have disposable masks here that we will hand out as an alternative. So if anyone does need that.
Yeah, perfect.
And this is exactly what we were saying before about how things change constantly. We're learning things as we go and just trying to adapt as quickly as we can.
Yeah, exactly. And we have a few questions from a few people who are eager to get that Safe at Georgian app. Where can they find that? It's in any app store, right?
Yeah, wherever you normally get your apps, and it's free and it doesn't take up a lot of memory. So I would urge you to try it out and go through the screening. You can go through it ahead of time, just so you can be sure that it works and you know how to use it. But yeah, your Apple Store, Android, Google, wherever it is that you normally get apps, just do Safe at Georgian, and it's the @ symbol. Or even if you just look up Georgian, it'll come up probably as one of the top ones.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I'll just show, this is sort of when you log in. I have it on my other phone here.
Yeah, and,
so
and
if
you'll
you
see
kind of log in, this is what it'll look like. And then you can see that.
COVID-19 screening assessment. It looks backwards to me, but yeah, just that top white button is where you click. And once you've put in your information the first time too, it's very quick. I can get through it in like 25 seconds now to do that. So
yeah, maybe that's a record. I wonder what the fastest one.
see if you can beat me, folks. Good luck.
Challenge accepted. So we've touched on it, how like things are changing so much, and we're sort of just following along the guidelines and updating when we need to. So I'm wondering, so the safety measures that we have now, do you expect them to be the same ones for this fall?
So for the start of fall, I don't expect anything is going to change, in the course of the next 3 or 4 weeks. So, look at the protocols now, and I expect those are all the things that we're going to have in place when the semester starts. Now, what we do here at the college depends so much on what is happening in the community. So, of course, if COVID numbers continue to remain steady, I think we were under 100 cases for Ontario again today, which is great. If cases go down, then some of the restrictions could be eased up. Of course, if it goes the other way, and we've seen how quickly things can go up and down all over the world, if things went the other way, then we might have to put further restrictions in place. So again, that's why we kind of try to keep on top of this, because whatever the requirement or regulations, and we're kind of, as I said before, we follow what public health is going to tell us. We're always going to do, what's.
Oh, I think he's just frozen for a second there. Oh,
I have to keep hitting my phone. It just went blank. But we have to pay attention to what's going on in the outside environment. So we'll start with these protocols. If there are any changes for the positive or any sort of changes necessary, then and we are going to make changes, then we will communicate those, through every means we have to make sure that everyone knows. But it looks like for now that we're going to be starting the semester with the protocols that we have right now for the lab recovery.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. And I want to reiterate, so for anyone who is just joining us as well, we're taking questions about what to know about returning to campus now for August recovery, but also looking toward fall, which is crazy, just next month. I don't know how that happened so quickly. But for any questions that you may have missed, we are going to be posting this live chat to our Instagram, YouTube accounts following, so you can check that out at any time. And we know that we are just focused on this one area, so if you have other questions about other things, and we've seen lots coming in about registration, transcripts, courses, fall co-op, things like that, we really do encourage you to visit our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. There's tons of information on there, including on all of this, on all of these other topics, and what we're talking about today. So we really urge you to check that out. So let's just jump into a few more questions here. Well, we have a question here from Devi, who's wondering how many people are allowed in labs at a time. I wonder if you can speak to that.
Yeah, and honestly, that really depends on the size of the lab and the activities that are happening within. And so those are things that are being considered and decided upon by the instructors, by the associate deans, and also with facilities included in looking at what are the capacities of the classroom and the activities within. So I can't give you a one number, because really it's going to be a case-by-case basis. And that is something that is reviewed kind of within a team for every classroom.
Mm-hmm. And there's another question here too that's kind of leading into I want to chat about sort of the student service areas. But we have a question here from Rita. Is the bookstore going to be open for students to pick up books?
So a lot of the student services, some of the student services will be accessible. The format and how they're accessible is really, again, dependent on that service. So it's a case by case. For all of the services or any services you're wondering about, again, look at the website. I think as well the student portal. There's a coronavirus update page, and that's going to give you the links for all of the different areas and services in the college, and that's where you'll get the most up-to-date information on what they're offering, if there's anything going to be offered in person, and then of course if not, what are the alternatives or what are the kind of workarounds so that you can still get what you need from that area.
Mm-hmm. And I want to give people sort of a quick look at how to access some of that information. So just on that COVID-19 page actually is a pretty direct way. So again, just that bright orange tab at the top. So if you go to the COVID-19 page, along here in this section, if you click on student services, that will bring up this section here. So you can get more information on, mental health resources, library services, all kinds of stuff. But this green tab as well is how to contact student services. So if you click on that, you can get all the student services, what their hours are, how to reach them at different campuses, and that covers all of them. So it's a really useful tool, and we do update it. So if there are changes, to say, say something's going to be available on campus, it will list that as well. So that's definitely a good page to bookmark.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So yeah, and I think Sherry's asking about the similar sort of thing about the administration office and student service departments, like financial and disabilities, and being able to access those. So I guess the point is that these things are still available, but you can't go to campus right now for them.
That's right. Especially, so I'll point out that right now we're still in the recovery period for labs. So the only thing happening on campus right now, because I think some people are coming and trying to go to the registrar's office or access some of these services, there is nothing open right now except the labs for the students who have lab recovery. So again, if you're looking to access those services, check online, contact them online before you come to the college at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So, and things like, maybe we can speak to a couple different areas specifically, because I know we do get, questions wondering about the library and sort of what's going to be available there. Maybe we can start there.
Sure.
What's the latest with that?
So right now, during lab recovery, the library is open in Barrie for computer use by appointment only. All the information about how to book an appointment and how you can access in Barrie at the Barrie campus is on the website, on their website for the library. Now, it's not available at any of the other locations right now, but they are looking to expand from Barrie to a few of the other campuses for the fall. And they're going to be announcing that, or as those details are brought forward and they figure some of that out, that's as well going to be on the website. So if that's something that you are interested in, definitely check out their website and stay on that. Oh, and you're already there.
Yeah, so it's just library.GeorgianCollege.ca. And actually, you can't miss it. We're just at the very top. There's book a library computer. That's right here. And then there's tons of more information on there as well. They update their website with a lot of different FAQs and on their different services. So you can definitely check that out for updates as well. So, okay, great. And then we have a question here from Allison wondering about food services. Can you tell us more about what might be available?
So right now with food services, unfortunately, I don't have much of an update. The college is still kind of exploring options for what can be offered in the fall and where it can be offered. Right now, vending machines are being stocked, and we do have areas at the college open for people to eat and have breaks. But at the moment, we are asking that people plan accordingly and bring their own food. Now, just in regards to food services and library and really all the services we're talking about, I have to say, and maybe I'll go off script here for a second, that probably worries everyone, is, I don't think I'm saying anything crazy by saying that, we would all love to be able to offer everything and have everyone here and do these things in person, but we're kind of limited in what we can do, of course, by having to ensure that it's safe, which is really the most important thing for our employees and for our students. And we also have to make sure everything we're doing meets the requirements and is within the standards and the regulations set by public health and the government. So, we are constantly watching and waiting for a time when we can do more. And as soon as we can, obviously we're going to communicate that. And we've got plan A, B, C, and D all lined up, and we're waiting and ready. So I think there probably will be an announcement soon on potential food services, but just not ready to set that in stone just yet.
Yeah, stay tuned for sure. Again, another great reason to check out our website, GeorgianCollege.ca. On our COVID-19 updates page, especially, there's ongoing updates there. We'll make sure to post everything there. Okay, great. And then I feel like there was another question here. We're getting lots of questions. I'm so thankful. Thank you, everybody, for sending them in. I know we can't get through all of them. Okay. Yeah, we've got lots of, okay. Yeah, so we'll try and address as many as we can. And I'll show you guys where to find some more information once we're done chatting here with Chris as well. So we're almost at our half an hour. So Chris, we are still running. A lot of people are wondering about like online or in-person classes and that sort of thing. So most programs are still running remotely this fall.
That's right.
Can you tell us more about how Georgian is still making sure that students find success?
Well, I think we talked a lot about the student success and the resources that student success offers. So it's just important, I think, for everyone to remember that all of the regular services that are normally not offered here in person are still available. They're still great. They're just in a slightly different format. So I'm probably going to forget somebody here, but we have counseling is still available. Accessibility is still available. Peer support, tutoring, math and writing help. Do you know any more? I'm missing people here.
Oh gosh, there's so many.
And that's why I would say for any help, and all these services are free for students. So take advantage. It's something I wish I did back when I was in college and university is take advantage of all these services that are offered, because they're still there and there's still people who are available to help. So go to the student portal, go to the website and follow the links to get to those services, because they're available for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right, great. Well, thank you so much, Chris, for your time today and for your excellent advice. I really appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, bye. So thank you so much to everybody. We are going to be posting this live chat to our Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube accounts. So if you missed any questions or if you want to go over any part of it again, you can find that shortly this afternoon. Quickly before we head out, I do want to just give a quick little tour of some sections of our website again. A lot of questions that people were asking that we couldn't quite get to today are answered on there. So I would really highly recommend that. So if you check out GeorgianCollege.ca, so this is our website here. And again, that bright orange bar, there's a few really important links there that will give you answers to a lot of your questions. So that August lab recovery period site, that's got lots of information there as well on those safety protocols, face coverings, and all kinds of things, as well as more information about that Safe at Georgian app that has the COVID-19 screening assessment tool on it. So definitely check that out. You can get more info there. Again, you can download that anywhere you would normally download apps. And then our fall 2020 program page. So a lot of people have been asking in this chat if their programs are on campus or if they're online this fall. So if you actually go to that page and then scroll down to our search tool, and this is a step-by-step guide on how to use it. But basically, if you just scroll down to our search tool, you'll see some programs starting here alphabetically. Just go over to this search bar and type in your program, and it will pop up down here below and tell you if it's remote or it has in-person components and which ones those are. And it will break it down by year and semesters just to make sure that you're totally clear, that you have the right courses and you know what to expect this fall. As well, that last one is our COVID-19 update page. So that always has tons of information on there. So if you click on there, it will take you here, and there's, you know, key dates up at the top to mark down in your calendars. As well, in this section, it's broken down by different semesters, by student services, you know, different categories. Again, there is a special section just for international students as well. And I will point out, I've just pinned at the bottom there, the international at GeorgianCollege.ca email address. So for anybody who is wondering about international students who have some questions, that is our email for our international center here in Canada. And they're a fantastic team, super knowledgeable. And they'd be happy to direct you. So, and again, with student services, if you have any questions about that, the best thing to do is click on the student services tab here. And then you can find exactly up-to-date information on what services are available. Here's some commonly asked questions here. And if you click on that green tab, the how to contact them, that will open up this, and it will show you an updated chart, basically listing all of the student services, what their hours are and their locations, and how to reach them at each campus where they're offered. So that's a really great one to check out. And again, you know, these are free services. Our food locker has just reopened. You know, things like that. So it's definitely worth checking out. Again, you can visit our library's website as well if you want to book a library computer. It's library.GeorgianCollege.ca, and that's where you can book a library computer and get other information. They're very good about updating their site as well. Great. So thanks so much to everybody for engaging with us today, for all of your questions. I'm sorry we couldn't get through them as well. There's questions about, you know, getting a quarantine place, that sort of thing. Again, any international requests, please take a look on our website at those international, the COVID-19 international page. There's lots of information for you there. Lots of information for you there about that, as well as all of our other areas. I wish we could get through them all, but if you do have any further questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. And again, we are going to be back next week with another live chat on Thursday, August 27th at 1 p.m. here on Instagram. And that one is all going to be about tips on how to be a successful Georgian student. So heading into the fall semester, that'll be a really great one to check out as well. So in the meantime, we hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and make sure to share this live chat with all your friends and your peers, especially to help them out this fall as we all get ready to, some people get ready to return to campus, and we hope you're all doing well. So take care, everybody, and we'll see you next time. See you later.